Okay, hello all you crazy people out there. My name is Stupid, and welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings. In the last part, we crashed somebody's computer and accidentally went on a date with somebody. We're still on it, actually. And in this part, we're going to continue that accidental date with somebody and play some Trivial Pursuit. The first question, who is cited as one of our most important historians, his work spanning over 20 books, credited with mapping out our entire history since the beginning of sentience? And conveniently enough, I know that because I was meeting with Remy a couple of videos ago, and he was being a giant nerd about this guy, and I can't remember his name, other than that I'll probably recognize it if it comes up in a text prompt. It's the first one. How could you even know something like that? You have only been here for what, a few days? Are all these questions going to be things that I can learn from poking around in the dialogue options so far in this game? Should I have chosen the Anapath last out of all the out of all the choices of characters that I can meet back home when I decided to wander on over here, because the other questions are going to be related to the other characters. It was a lucky guess. That's not the most accurate answer, but it's the least inaccurate. You won't be so lucky again. Let's see how you fare with your first question. Bring it on. How far can you walk into the woods? Only until the middle. Anything after that, and you're walking out of the woods again. Nice. I'm gonna start asking people that. You're right, that's a rather weird question though. I suppose I read the right kind of books growing up. I know most of these quick trick questions. Alright, let's see what the second question has in store for you, shall we? Alright, if there are 5 apples and you take away 3, how many do you have? I'm being asked to subtract numbers. Alright, so I feel like 2 is the wrong answer. Is it take away 3 isn't like... Wait, was it I have 5 apples or you have 5 apples? Yeah, show me the question. If there are 5 apples, okay, so it doesn't say I have 5 apples, but it does say I take 3, so I'm gonna take a wild guess that the answer is 3. Apparently so, okay, cool. Yeah, math. Alright, here's your question. In which year of our timeline did we gain sentience? 0. The beginning of our timeline marks the event where we gain sentience. Alright. Year 0, the first era. Right again, have you played this game before? It's a children's game. These questions aren't really a challenge. Alright, I'll just go ahead and draw the next card so we can end this. Alright, if I get this right by accident, I'm gonna laugh. An adventurer who values his life has to choose between 3 rooms to cross. Which of the following would be the safest? 1. A room filled with poisonous gas. 2. A room filled with 100 highly trained assassins. 3. A room submerged in water filled with alligators that have not eaten in 8 months. Well, you see, how long can alligators go without eating? Because most animals in 8 months, they'd be dead. I know that snakes, like, eat 1 meal a month and then just kind of slack off for the other 27 days. I don't know about alligators. 8 months is a long time. Okay. Well, the alligators are still alive. They can actually go to 2 years or more without food. The other 2 rooms should not require any explanation. Thank you, I am learning things from visual novels. Alright, I don't even know what to say to that. Other than that, I wish I could go 2 years without eating food, because frankly, I find eating food to be very boring. I do. I think you're about to lose. Looks like this is gonna be the last question. Just get it over with already. What is the approximate acceleration of a nose-diving flyer? An African nose-diving flyer, or a... whatever the other one was. Can't remember. I can only ever remember the first bit of that. What is the maximal airspeed of a sparrow? And the follow-up is like, is it an African swallow, rather, sorry. Alright, never mind. This is not a Monty Python quiz. Alright. I still could have calculated. Wait, what did she say? I'll have to think about that for a minute. The real question, what is the only substance known to be lighter in its solid form compared to its liquid state? Water. That seems to be correct. Okay. Aw, someone had to. Okay, so I really do want to save skim and find out what happens if I win. The main reason for that, this turned out to be more fun than I expected. I get it, you won, you're great, etc. That is true. So when should I come in for the tests? I'm not sure if I'll get a spot for them in the facility anytime soon, but I'll be sure to let you know. I'm quite sure you will. But you know what? That wasn't so bad after all. Maybe I'll let you have your date. Okay, so these both end up in the same places. I mean, if you didn't win, but I think you earned it nonetheless. Or maybe I'm just that nice. Okay, well, it's up to you. Call me if you're interested. I'll let you know. I'm still going to collect the prize, though. I'm sure you'll make sure of that. What was the prize? I forget what the prize was, aside from the tests. You bet I will. In any case, we should get going now. My break is just about to end. Bye. Okay, so it stands to reason that the end result is going to be the same, but let's make a temporary save file, and I just want to see what she says. But regardless of what the outcome is, I'm going to load my previous save just so that I can go with, like, my choices on the first go-around instead of my edited ones. This is going to be the last question. Get it over with, and water. So we draw to tie. Okay. Oh, that feels like cheating because that's a Steam achievement. That feels like cheating. Although, to be fair, when I'm done with this game on recording, when I'm done with the Let's Play, I probably would have gone back and picked off all the achievements that I could find anyway. So I guess I just saved myself some time, but that still feels like cheating. All right. We both get our rewards. Okay, so that's how this goes. I go in for the tests, even though I didn't technically lose, and you get the date. What happens if I get them all wrong? Okay, never mind. What happens if I get them all wrong? I have to find out. I have no idea who these guys are, although if they're real people, I'm gonna laugh. Sorry, stupid. Well, I gotta live up to my name sometimes. You dig your grave, you lie in it. Alright, it's not as if it's not as if it wasn't clear to me from the beginning that I'd win, so no surprises there. Okay, so the dialogue's different. And she gets the answer, right? And, the answer is obviously 1, because 5 minus 3 is 1. Wait. What did I select? I want to get the questions wrong, but have the responses the same. I think my response when I got it right was, like, it's just a lucky guess or something, which isn't an option now. And your third one is... Alright, the first error. And my third one is... Did I say third one the minute ago? I meant second one. And let's go with poisonous gas. Sounds like my idea of a fun time. Okay, so the alligator one is actually the only one you comment on. I guess you assumed that most people would pick that or something like that. The authors assumed that most people would pick that one. Alright, I don't even know what to say to that. I think is what I selected the first go round. Alright, and you're gonna get the what was your third question? I don't remember. Like, your real one. Oh, water. Yeah, right. Because, wait, what? Lighter in its solid form compared to its liquid. Okay, I thought it was worded the other way around, and, like, water is densest a couple of degrees above freezing and all that. I had a physics teacher who really liked that fact for some unknown reason. Because, like, he'd like to ask people questions that were like, what is the temperature of the water at the bottom of Lake Erie on, like, July 3rd, 1763? And, the answer is always, like, whatever the exact number is, like 3.5 degrees Celsius or something like that. Because, the cold, dense water sinks. Alright, so, you're gonna say the same thing. And you are making sure that I'm going to the lab for GLaDOS testing. Alright. I'm going to jump back onto my original save. Let's see. And continue reading. I was not sure what I had expected out of this encounter, but this certainly wasn't it. After all, proposing a proper date was my way of sticking it to her for being rude. Wait, what? Even though I lost the bet, she didn't seem to mind going on a date with me, as long as she got what she wanted. Whether I would follow up on it or not was up to me, though. Let's be honest, it would be rather rude to not. And besides, I want to find out what happens, other than just, like, sitting home and not doing anything. Chapter 2. Hope. Okay. This feels like a place to end the video, except I've only been going for 11 minutes and 30 seconds here, so... I won't be doing that. Alright, it is suddenly sunny in here, which I am not used to, because I'm usually home at night. Oh wait, I only got to see 2 conversation paths. because there were like 5 choices of who I get to hang out with, and I only got to see 2 of them. Another day, another morning. I awoke from dreams filled with fire and smoke. The sun shining through the window gave me a comfortable feeling of familiarity, despite the portal in the distance reminding me of my purpose here. I looked towards the horizon, my views undisturbed by the dividing walls. The light of the morning sun was painting the sky with golden hues, a view that had become a rarity back home. It evoked a feeling of freedom and openness that was almost scary to me. When I got ready for the day, my thoughts strayed to the people I knew back home. I couldn't help but wonder what they were doing. But I had greater things to worry about at the moment, like Reza, murderers, and generators. How much danger was I in, really? And I thought that was my doorbell in real life, even though my doorbell doesn't sound anything like that. Hey, stupid! If it was my doorbell, like, my dog would be ringing off the hook right now, so it can't possibly be, right? Stupid! Hey, Chief, more bad news. Not quite, unless you can't Reza's still missing his bad news. But that's kind of why I'm here. Well, what is it? Just some good old-fashioned police work, and we're counting on your help, again. I'm not in the mood to look at corpses today. I am always in the mood to look at corpses. I play gratuitous amounts of Skyrim, and that's like all you do in that game. Sign me up. Great. We obtained the list of places Reza had visited in the days before he vanished. We'll check those out, maybe find a lead, and you might help us understand what his motivations or give us some context for his actions. Other than him being like a butthead, I don't know if there's much context to be had for his actions. I can certainly try. That's all you have to do. Where would he even go in this world? How long has he been here? How well does he know, like, the geography and like, places to hide? It's not like he can go anywhere where there's civilization, because he would stick out like a sore thumb, but... That is reassuring. Are you ready to go? Sure, let's go. Wonderful. There's a couple of places we can check out. Let's see where we should go first. While Bryce focused on his list, I saw someone approach out of the corner of my eye. A closer look revealed that it was Sebastian, waving his arm in an attempt to get our attention as he ran towards us, his face grave. Oh, has there been another murder? There you are, Chief. I was looking for you. The music stopped. There was another murder, isn't there? What are you doing here? Don't tell me there's another dead person. Sorry, Chief. Oh, for God's sake. Damn. Guess it's gonna be one of those days. Yeah, I've been here for, what, 3 days, and there's been an assassination attempt and 2 murders? Yeah, it looks that way. Someone else can go take care of that today, though. We've got other plans. Wait, we do? All right, we're hunting down Razor or whatever it is. You'll need to sign off on a few things at least. I know. We'll go to the crime scene, sign a few forms, and then we're out. When we arrived at the scene, I saw the poor victim next to one of the houses. The obligatory sheet was draped over him and provided a modicum of discretion, but did nothing to hide the crime that had occurred. Alright, give me the story. It's an interesting one, that's for sure. The wounds match those of the last victim, so it's a similar, if not identical, murder weapon is likely. The victim, well, I think that rules out suicide, unless people like, stabbing yourself and slashing yourself multiple times before actually, like, dying has come into fashion or something. The victim, maintenance person for this area, and the electricity is out. That sounded really horrible. Why did I even make that remark? The power goes out, the maintenance guy shows up, and is killed before he can fix the problem. At least, that's my theory. So the power for the whole block is still out. That is correct. That means, like, the closed-circuit television cameras are down as well, doesn't it? We should get that fixed as soon as possible. We don't need civilians showing up and around here and complaining about sitting in the dark. Good point. Bryce's snout wrinkled with distaste as he glanced over to Sebastian's shoulder. Damn, not again. What is it? What are you doing here, Maverick? Second victim, huh? This is an official investigation, so you better not cross the police line. Shunned by my own colleagues, this is ridiculous. You know how it is, rules are rules, and without rules, murders like this one would be allowed to happen and go unpunished. Have your fun without me, then. What do you think he wanted here, Chief? That one's easy. To do his own investigation just like he said he would. I shouldn't be surprised if he showed up, but I guess we're lucky we arrived before he did. You know, it occurs to me that, like, if we go off the Officer Jenny, the criminal will always come back to the scene of the crime or whatever. Maverick's been to, like, all 3 crime scenes, although one of them was on him. So Maverick's been to all 2 crime scenes. I somewhat doubt he's the murderer, though. He seems way too grouchy for that. That one's easy. To do his own investigation just like he said he would. I read that already. I agree. We better check out the power outage now. Of course, I think the door to the maintenance room is right around there. So if this is like a planned serial murder and just not a random act of violence, if you could figure out why the power went out in the first place, you could make the you could form the hypothesis that somebody took the power out on purpose, like ripped out a power cord somewhere, and lured over the maintenance guy. Anyway, what are you saying? You're just this is formalities. You should go first then. I don't have my stuff here. Besides, putting that head mount on is such a hassle. I really want to see artwork of a dragon wearing a head mount. I remember, you complain about that every time it comes up. There, that should do the trick. You just stay behind me, stupid, alright? Also, by the way, this is going to allow me to test my hypothesis that the investigations are going to get more complicated the longer I play, right? And the first one was just like a tutorial or something. I hate stairs, especially those made for smaller dragons like you. I am not a dragon thing. Actually, that's been my, that's been my story since I picked up this username, hasn't it? Whatever, trust me. Oh, he's talking to Sebastian. Having it the other way around isn't too great either. I dislike all kinds of stairs. I actually will go out of my way to take the stairs because I find elevators boring because you have to wait for them and then you have to wait for them to like ascend the stairs. Ascend the floors, and taking the stairs burns calories, but at least it's engaging. I don't mind stairs that much. I can see why. Your legs have much more articulation than mine, especially in the knees. What was that second bit? Out of us three, I think Bryce has the worst right now. Damn you and your articulated knees. Okay, that kind of reminds me of when we found that underground base or whatever it was. Remember, Chief? How could I not? It wasn't that long ago. That piece of information was not in there for no reason. Underground base? Yeah, the portal wasn't the only piece of ancient technology we found. I'm interested. There was also this whole lab near it. Seemed to have some kind of high-tech stuff in there. At least that place didn't have as many stairs. Wait, so you not only found the portal, but the whole facility along with it? Did we find that on Earth? Yeah, but we're not sure how much of the two are actually related. We spent all that time studying the portal and barely got anywhere with it. This stuff is just beyond what we know. Here we are. Okay. And once again, I have been recording for about 20 minutes. And, now that we have entered a new location, this feels like a good place to cut it off. You know, the whole, like, going through doors thing and new settings and that kind of thing. I'm just gonna wait for text to appear in case I miss something. Alright, so Sebastian's gonna be wondering what we're looking for, and I'm gonna say we can save that for the next video. My name is Stupid. This has been Angels with Scary Wings. In the next part, we're going to be probably looking at a dead body. Whether we get further than that, I have no idea. I will see you all later.